Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice. Today, well, we're continuing the trial of, I was going to say the trial of two bunnies, but that's not exactly the trial, but we're trying to prove Trucy innocent, and we just found out there were two bunny girls. So, Mr. Justice, this changes the fact of the case rather dramatically, doesn't it? It certainly does. During the show, it was Bonnie who was on stage the whole time, so Bonnie couldn't have committed the crime. But Betty, on the other hand, who was on her stage, did have the opportunity. Oh, you didn't see this coming? How do you get your hair like that? Glue? Or is it like a birth defect? Is that like just sculpt back there and you just dyed it? Well, so we now have two suspects.
Wait just a minute, Lobster Boy! I didn't do it!
That's right. Betty just might have a foul mouth, but she'd never kill anybody.
Hey! Who are you calling a foul mouth here? Well, speak up!
Hold it! Why are you shoulder tackling your sister? Please save your sibling squabbles for later. Bonnie, hit her with a cane or something. Betty, you must have been in the understage passage during the show. Otherwise, you wouldn't have known about the stage lifts being moved. So what exactly were you doing down there?
Fine, I'll testify. Anything to get you off my back.
I really should have chosen a different voice for her. Prosecutor or somebody. Betty DeFam is ready to testify. What do you say? Betty, you lied to this humble servant of the Holy Mother. I'm beginning to think you're not so humble.
Hey, what else can I do? I can blow our cover and ruin our magic act. Yeah! Besides, am I gonna go to your Twilight Hell or whatever for being a liar?
You will indeed. However, it won't be after your death. Rather, I shall give you a taste of your punishment on this mortal coil in the interrogation hall.
Yeah!
Where's that wind coming from? Now then, Betty, please explain to this court what exactly you were doing under the stage. Don't say touching yourself. What happened under stage? Maybe one of you should leave the stand. I'm pretty sure you're only supposed to have one person up there at a time.
It's true. I had business in the understage passage because of the upcoming trick.
It was the fire trick, right? The one Mr. Rios was supposed to do?
That's right. It's a very dangerous trick, so I had to make sure we were prepared for it.
It was in the script, and I really wanted to see it, but I couldn't because of the accident.
Shut up! You're gonna give it away! Anyway, I was very busy. Real busy.
Yeah, way too busy to have a chance to kill Mr. Rios.
Well, that was certainly different.
How's that for a flawless testimony and alibi? Man!
Bonnie's fucking straining. Magic is real. It's not a trick or a gimmick. Oh my, she's floating. And she grew two hands out of her ass. Your Honor. You can see her, she's being held up from below. You're supposed to pretend you didn't see that. It's a little something called etiquette, but I can't help it. Whenever I see a contradiction or inconsistency, I just have to point it out and yell really loud. Now then, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Alrighty then. I think I know what you want me to show. We'll press everything though, just to be sure. What do you think it is, Chronos? I think it's the fire bucket, right? Probably on that, It's either here or on the second one. So Betty was too busy getting ready for the next trick to make time for the murder, huh? There must be some way to prove that wasn't the case. Alright, so press. If you were in the understage passage, which, need I remind you, was the crime scene, then you most certainly should be counted as a potential suspect.
But I don't have any motive to kill Mr. Rios.
But you, by your own admission, hate Ms. Wright. When she was arrested as a suspect, you said it was what she deserved.
Objection.
So you believe the witness killed a man simply due to her dislike of Trucy Wright? Wouldn't be the first time in fucking history someone did something like that. As a motive, that is not improbable. Is that not improbable at best? Dog, I fucking wish. People suck. Like, good lord. People will kill people for fucking any reason. It's so disheartening, I guess you can say, but fucked up also. Because, good lord, you hear some of these cases out there, like, oh, because they got the wrong order at a drive-thru. Oh, they got fucking, or they didn't have something at a fast food restaurant, or the dinner was cooked wrong, or they got cut off in traffic. It's like, or they just fucking said something about them on the internet. Even that has happened. Like, not even threatening, just be like, hey, you're big poopy pants, and it's people suck. But what if her hatred had caused her to bear a strong sense of malice against my client?
Look, Trucy just made me mad, that's all. I mean, even though she's younger than me, she's got so much skill and popularity. And she's cute, besides. She makes me so mad. I wish she would drop dead.
But Betty, don't talk like that.
Shut your trap.
So, was it just simple jealousy?
Say, Betty, the next trick you were getting ready for... We bounce at the same time.
It could be here where we present the bucket. Because remember, the bucket's description is like it clearly hasn't been used in a long time. Bonnie, we're trying to get Betty's testimony right now, right? So...
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
You can step down if you like.
I'm worried about Betty, yo. I'm her emotionally support rabbit. She can lose her temper and say awful things sometimes.
Hey, what are you, my mother?
That would be fucking weird.
Don't forget, I'm the older sister. I came out 1 minute before you.
Meep. Yeah, I got it.
I mean, I guess that does technically make you older, but good lord, it does not mean anything if you came out a minute before. I guess I'd worry about Ms. Mount Betty, what? Oh, is it just a typo? How is that even a typo? Oh, Mount Betty blowing her top like a volcano. I thought you were gonna say Ms. Betty. I'm like, the T's nowhere near the S. That's like a mistake I would make. Okay, you're saying she's a volcano. Okay. So, Betty, you were down on stage getting ready for the fire trick, right?
Hold it.
And you were taking every necessary precaution, is that right?
Of course. Every precaution. After all, it's a very dangerous trick that uses real fire. I mean, we had to be ready in case the curtain caught on fire or something.
By the time the people realize it was the part of the act, it might be too late, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. By people you mean Athena Sykes, then yes. Oh, a fire trick. That sounds really impressive.
Your beard would go up in smokes, old man.
It would. Here is very flammable.
I bet people would mistake you for a cue ball or something like that.
Oh my god. It just reminded me of a fucking Richard Pryor joke. It's kind of a dark joke. He lit himself on fire doing it was like a speedball, right? Well, the joke was he was on stage. He's like, "Hey, what does this remind you of?" He holds up a lighter and he just fucking like moves it really fast and screams. So yeah, it's me running down the street. Oh man, a cue ball. It's dark humor for sure, but it's a dark humor from himself, pretty much.
Betty, don't be rude to the judge. He can throw you, can hold you in contempt. Betty, you know that fire trick?
then I'm gonna come down on your head for a second. Why are you sweating so much? See, the fire trick was part of the script. Oh, probably there then I put it in. It seems Mr. Rios was scheduled to perform it later in the show. Did you not get to see him practice it beforehand?
No, during rehearsal he said he didn't feel well, so he couldn't breathe any fire from me.
Wait, let me get this straight. He couldn't breathe fire because he wasn't feeling well? Look, if he had a chest cough...
My magical powers appears to be on the wane today. That's what he said. He was a big fucking weeb.
That was just a part of his usual grade Mr. Rios stick.
It's really too bad I didn't get to see the trick because of the incident. Which was completely unexpected, of course.
Hey!
Hold it!
So what exactly do you mean by you were gonna give it away?
You see, Bonnie? You and your big mouth! Now Lopsy Boy wants to know what we're talking about!
I'm sorry.
Yes, well, if you were preparing for the next magic trick, I'm sure you wouldn't have had the time to commit murder.
Wow! Looks like the old Gita's isn't senile just yet!
Oh, well, let's not go that far. Have you seen some of the past cases?
I bet you'll live a long, good life!
Or have? I plan on sitting up here for at least another 10 years. Oh, we don't get your age? You were in your 50s, right? 60s?
10 more years? I don't know about that.
What did we discuss about inner monologues, Athena?
That I don't have one?
Yeah, exactly, so stop it.
Well, more power to you, I guess. In any case, I was so busy I didn't have the time to off anybody.
Hold it!
Are you just trying to cover for Betty?
No, of course not. I believe in my sister. I know she'd never murder anyone.
But you think my client would?
No! I believe it in Trucy too. I know she'd never murder anyone either.
Well, we just ran out of suspects in that case.
Yeah, but...
See, you shouldn't just kept your mouth shut, dummy. You're just making a fool out of yourself. Just be nice and quiet like a good little bunny, got it?
Alright. Guess I'm no help.
Oh boy. It's impossible to get anything out of Bonnie with Betty right there. Did you get duct tape? And put it over Betty's mouth. Maybe duct tape her to the stand so she can't stroll tackle her. So Betty was just too busy getting... Oh, never mind. We already did this. Alright, so we got 4 chances. So it's either right here or right here. I'm assuming actually it's right here because she's sweating bullets. So, not only was it empty, but the less lines are inside the veil.
Objection!
Fuck. Well, I presented that evidence with plenty of confidence. Fuck! But that confidence is waning by the second. Well, how about it, Mr. Justice? Do you have any inconsistencies to show the court? Dusty Bucket! Okay.
I was just doing some vulgar training, so feel free to continue.
And overlook the damage done to our hearing, Mr. Justice. I think not. Jesus, how loud are you yelling, dude? Okay, so not here. Here, then? We have 3 chances. Okay. I was gonna make a backup save just in case,
Objection!
but... Fuck, really? The witness station contradicts this evidence. Fuck! Okay. We'll save, for sure. The murder occurred during a magical show? Or magic show, so crazy things are bound to happen? Jesus, Apollo. Consult! I forgot that was a thing. I must be really out of it today.
Yeah, no shit, that was horrible. There was one statement I thought was a little strange.
Oh, am I witnessing the power of analytical psychology at work?
Nope! Feminine intuition! Let me show you which statement I'm talking about.
Okay, now try comparing evidence with the statement. The third one. Okay.
Objection!
Fuck you, game, Chronos. They should have just gave it to me. I have goodwill built up, god damn it. I had to break this to you, buddy, but there's a big flaw in your testimony. As big as the one in that floating trick you did earlier.
Oh, harsh words. Well, let me tell you something, forehead boy. No one has ever figured out how we do our teleportation trick.
No one except me, you mean?
Well, shit. We have even better tricks up our sleeves.
No, you don't.
How we do?
I told you to keep it zipped.
Now, no, don't fight, you two. Mr. Justice, what's this about a flaw in the testimony? The script has this to say about the fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. However, we found the fire bucket laying empty backstage except for a layer of dust.
Yeah.
Bonk.
Ouch.
You didn't even attempt to get ready for the next trick, did you, Betty?
You got me!
Betty DeFam, you will explain yourself.
There's nothing to explain.
Come on, Betty, we can't hide it any longer. We might as well tell them.
Shut up! You can barely take care of yourself. Don't try and tell me what to do.
Well, if neither of you will explain, I guess I'll have to. The reason Betty didn't prepare for the fire trick is because she knew the show wouldn't go on. Is afraid of fire, was slacking off. She knew the show wouldn't go on. You didn't prepare for the fire trick because you knew, didn't you? You knew that body would be found and that show would then be canceled. Bonnie, why are you doing that too?
Don't be ridiculous. You insignificant speck of a man. I'm gonna yank those lame bangs of yours off. Is that what you want?
Look, we're gonna make fun of each other's hair, or you're gonna make fun of my hair. Because have you looked in a mirror?
Objection!
Whatever, they can grow back. Now stop stalling and just tell us the truth already.
Yeah, I can't reveal my secret. I'm a magician.
Objection!
You have been chasing the shadow of an illusionary culprit, Defense. And having chanced upon a convenient target, you have let yourself get carried away.
Exactly. Where's your proof, huh?
And yet, I can see that the witness' tastes for false words have also been proven. I advise you to confine your deceitful trickery and your magic act to your magic act. Wait, oh, confine your... Yeah, I get it. I know what that means. To your magic act, witness.
Deceitful trickery.
As your counterpoint theorist, I'd like to add something here, Betty. You might let yourself be who you really are. But if you continue to hide behind lies, you'll just be imprisoning your heart all over again.
All these questions mean you're trying to put me in prison for real. I'll be behind bars either way.
Does this mean you're admitting to your guilt?
Of course not. I can't believe you people. Every one of you thinks I did something I didn't do, you. Lobster Boy, Cue Ball Giza, Head Case Brat, Cerberus Monk.
Those are really bad. Cue Ball, Giza.
Head case, Brad. Really?
Hold it.
Betty, calm down. Come on now, deep breaths, deep breaths.
I'm so mad I could kill someone again. Wait, no, I didn't say that. Look, I'm not a murderer, I tell you.
And how do you know the show wouldn't be called off before the fire trick?
I told you, we can't reveal our secrets. We're under contract.
Contract? What's she talking about? Be that as may, you're obviously a suspect in this case. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. I'm beginning to see the karmic threads that make up the intricate tapestry that is this case. Huh? Allow me to summarize your assertions, Defense. First, that the victim was killed in the Understate's passage. And second, that the witness and the accused are the only two people who could have done it. Exactly. What's more, Betty knew that the body would be found, and that the magic show would then be called off. Therefore, it's reasonable to conclude that Betty killed the victim on stage.
But what if Betty knew that the show would be called off for some other reason?
Like what?
In the course of my investigation, I found it strange that the dragon's set piece fell when it did. That, in conjunction with the body tumbling from the coffin in such a dramatic fashion, all seemed too perfect for a mere happenstance. Butterfly. It was as though the entire chain of events had been planned out in advance.
Yeah.
Bonk. Planned out.
After deciding to take this case, I scrupulously studied everything I could about the mass media in this country. I read the newspaper, old news reports. I even browsed tabloid magazines. That was a waste of time.
How very industrious of you. I'm impressed.
During the process, I learned about a strange practice favored by the TV world. A practice called the hidden camera prank.
Yeah.
Betty and Bonnie, you knew about this, did you not? About the dead body appearing, the set piece falling, and the show being suspended. You two were informed of this plan. By Take-Two TV in advance, correct?
Ah!
Is that true?
Betty, please. Tell them now. I can't hold it any longer.
Yeah. Dang it! Fine, you got us. Everything the prosecutor said is true. The TV station paid us to cooperate with them on this plan. It was all a prank, a big setup planned out in advance. Mystery is showing up dead in the coffin. The set piece falling down. It was all completely scripted.
Just a prank, bro? It was all a prank? It was all a dream. No, okay, so Bonnie, is this really true?
Yes, Mr. Rios was supposed to pretend to be dead. That's how it was supposed to go.
So he was in on it too?
That's right. He was supposed to show up dead in the coffin. When the set piece was fall down, Truzy would be shocked and start to panic.
That's how the prank script went.
What? The heck kind of prank is that? It's kind of fucked up.
But we never thought he'd actually wind up dead.
Yeah, that was the only thing that was different from the script. Poor Mr. Rios.
I'm so completely lost right now. Well, Betty and Bonnie, it certainly sounds like you have some explaining to do.
All right. I guess desperate times calls for desperate measures. Just this once, we'll share with you how it was done. So listen carefully. You'll never hear this kind of thing ever anywhere else. Bunny Bat! After our teleportation trick, I went down under stage.
When Mr. Rios' body appeared from the coffin, it was the time for Betty to do her job in the understage passage.
That's right. I used the remote control for the winch connected to the dragon set piece. And made it fall down. And go boom.
And just before the dragon fell, I called Trucy to the backstage so she wouldn't get hurt.
After that, the plan was for Mr. Reese to come back to life in front of a panicked Truzy. Yeah, he was supposed to laugh and fly up and away. That's how it was scripted anyways.
But oh, the shadow in the back is him? He does have a thing on his back, doesn't he? Yeah.
But for some reason, he really did turn up dead. So he kind of just stayed on the ground.
What kind of sick joke is that? It sounds like a terribly mean-spirited prank to me. The poor defendant was trying to do her magic show.
I guess so. I'm sorry, Trucy.
Ha! Whatever! It was all the ratings Roger's idea anyways.
Yeah, it sounds just like that kind of thing a guy like him would come up with. Oh, this is a prank plan script we got from the Rating Raja.
Dang it! You made us break our contract, now we won't get paid!
I mean, good. But where did this leave all of us? Who killed the victim and when?
Yes, exactly. Those are the key questions. If Mr. Rios was only pretending to be dead in the coffin as part of the prank, then when he was under stage, there would still be life within him. And if that is the case, then Betty, who was also under stage, may be excluded from our list of suspects. Witness, was the victim alive up until he entered the coffin?
Oh, well, now that we spilled the beans, we may as well show you this video.
Greetings, viewers. It is I, the great Mr. Rios. We are currently in the middle of Trucy's escape trick. Having snuck through the understage passage undetected, I am now hiding backstage, preparing to play a little prank on Trucy. I'm about to hide in the coffin, which Trucy will stab with her rubber sword. And when the coffin opens, ho, I'll be in it, acting though I met my maker. Can you imagine the look on Trucy's face, then? Ho, I can hardly wait.
He's about to hide in the coffin? It would seem the threads of karmic destiny have led us to the truth. The victim passed through the understage passage where Betty DeFamme was and came up into the backstage area. We know this because Mr. Rios appeared to be backstage when he shot the video we saw. It appears that way, yes. In defense, you proposed the following, did you not? What if the victim was killed under the stage before being put into the coffin? Then, what about this video? This footage was taken just before Mr. Rios entered the coffin.
Yeah. Oh, how about can we get to the part where we talk about the stabbed position? Right? He was stabbed through the back. She stabbed through the side. We also have evidence that he was not facing that way due to the handprints inside the coffin.
Yes, it's horrible, but true. The tragedy did indeed play out right there on the stage. Went into the coffin where Mr. Rios was hiding. Trucy Rice thrust her blade. Rice? No, Wright.
Yeah.
See? Told you so.
So you're saying the incident was a tragic accident that happened during a prank? It would be an accident if the accused had no knowledge of the prank beforehand. So let us ask the accused herself. Ms. Wright, did you have prior knowledge of the prank?
What? I... Tell him, Trucy. You didn't know anything about it, right?
Of course I didn't. I didn't know a single thing about it.
She's lying.
Still think you can play innocent, do you? In that case, you leave me little choice but to present this piece of evidence. It looks like some sort of note.
Yeah. That's.
I found this in the dressing room after the incident. At the time, I did not understand what it meant, but all is clear to me now.
What's this?
Let's see.
It says, get the video camera after Mr. Rios came tumbling out.
It's a note signed by the accused.
Why would you sign a note like that? It's forged, right? From this thing?
Instructing Bonnie to collect Mr. Rios' video camera from him, it seems.
I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense.
I found it in the dressing room before the show. When I saw it, I realized that Trucy knew about the prank.
It does bear a signature, I'll give you that much. So the defendant had prior knowledge of the prank.
It appears so, yes. When she learned about the plan to trick her, she decided to use it to her own advantage.
By killing someone for some reason.
Then she thrust the steel into the coffin where the victim stood chuckling to himself. Is that not what happened, Ms. Wright?
Of course not. And I didn't write or sign that note.
Ah, but the handwriting matches yours. All the evidence and testimony points to you being the culprit.
But I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
And explain the existence of this note. You can do that, can you not?
I can't explain it. I didn't write it, so I don't understand. I didn't kill Mr. Rios. You have to believe me. Objection? I mean, I believe you, Trucy.
The silence is deafening. Continue struggling against the threads of your own karma if you wish, accused.
Okay.
Even as you are inescapably caught in the web of fate you've spun yourself.
I mean, no, I didn't. But you keep believing whatever bullshit you want to believe.
Ms. Wright, it is time to resign yourself to your fate.
No, I didn't do it.
Ha! Knew it! That sweet-looking girl, a murderer. She took all of us in with the Octopaths. I told you. I knew she was a homicidal little witch from the start.
What? I didn't do it. I really didn't. Why doesn't anyone believe in me?
Shut up, you killer! We won't fall for that anymore.
Hey, Judge, can you bang your gavel and tell them all to shut the fuck up, please? This is bad.
Your Honor, I suggest we put an end to this tragedy now. Give your official ruling and let us offer the victim's soul the last right it deserves.
Very well. I suppose I have no other choice. This court will hereby find the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Objection! Yes, exactly. I'm just standing up there, like, doing the suck it sign. It's like, Mr. Justice, what are you doing? The defense has an objection. No shit. Apollo! You, even now you would? Yeah, because it's bullshit. I won't give up. And I refuse to let either of them down. Mr. Wright, who's counting on me, and Trucy, who's putting all of her faith in me. Mr. Justice, the fact that you have raised an objection means that you have evidence to refute the prosecution's claim, right? Yes, of course, Your Honor. Do we really have anything? Yes, we do, you idiots! Actually, we do. There's one piece of evidence. Yes, exactly. Very well, Mr. Justice. You may proceed. As we saw in the show footage, there's no question that the defendant thrust a sword into the coffin. The defense doesn't dispute this point. But let's not forget that this was a magic show filled with tricks and illusions. We can't take everything we see at face value. So you're saying some sleight of hand was somehow involved? Yes, the defense contends that the sword the defendant used was not the cause of death. Now, what was it Trucy told me that she did just before she thrust the sword into the coffin? She swapped it with the rubber one? Very well, let's see your evidence then, Mr. Wright. Or Mr. Justice. But remember, you interrupted my verdict to make this claim. I know it usually just resets. I ain't taking no chance, though. You'll be severely penalized if I find you bluffing. Yeah, that's fine, Your Honor. This shows it was possible the sword Ms. Wright was used not the cause of death. I thought we were gonna do the not the fingerprint, like the forging thing. I fucking... Is it this thing?
Take that!
What's this? A sword from the show? That's right, Your Honor. This rubber sword was in the sword stand on the stage. During the trick, Ms. Wright was supposed to swap the real sword for the rubber sword, and she told us on record that she remembers clearly that she did. I see. So the sword the defendant thrust into the coffin was a rubber sword. But then why was a steel sword found lying on the stage? Somebody must have put the steel sword there by swapping it with the rubber one. Just after the incident occurred, the dragon set piece fell and the theater was evacuated. The real culprit must have used the resulting chaos to swap the rubber sword for the real one.
Objection.
Do you not know when to give up, Stinkbug? That is not possible. Blood was found in the coffin hole that the sword was thrust into. It must have been left there when the accused withdrew the sword. This is incontrovertible proof that the sword which you used was the steel one.
Objection!
Bullshit! But the blood could be the result of someone tampering with the crime scene after the fact. And after the set piece fell and the audience was cleared out of the theater. There was plenty of time for somebody to plant the blood there.
Objection!
If the sword the accused used was a rubber one, then when exactly do you propose the victim was killed? Given that Mr. Rios was alive when he entered the coffin.
Objection!
Finding the answer to that question is precisely why we need to continue this trial. That's actually more the police's job, like the investigative forensic team's job, but sure. Let me express my opinion. By all accounts, it is certainly reasonable to suspect the defendant based on the evidence. For some reason, as soon as I started talking, I think it was a meme or something like that. Where it's like, by all accounts, B shouldn't be able to fly. Is that the meme? For some reason that popped in my head when I said that. You know, one second. Let's see. Google and Chronos. Yeah, absolutely. It's like the most novel thing I've Googled recently. By all accounts, bees shouldn't be able to fly. I think that's the meme. Oh, according to all laws of aviation, there's no way that a bee should be able to fly. Wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyways, because bees don't care what human thinks is impossible. I don't know where that fucking comes from. Oh, it says No Man's Sky, actually. I don't think that's true. According to all laws of aviation, yeah. It's I don't know where that started. It wasn't No Man's Sky. But as the question of whether the sword or the sword defendant used was rubber or steel, I believe further discussion is warranted. I suggest we hear from the defender herself on this issue. Very well, Your Honor. Yes, I've saved it somehow. Too close for comfort, but still. Really should have brought up that whole forgery thing, but alright. Let's adjourn for a brief 15-minute recess. Advise the prosecution and the defense to use this time to prepare. I'm kind of surprised we're not going into like another day. So, I mean, we've been doing this for a while. I would assume we're getting close to the end, but I guess this is the halfway point, I would imagine. Yeah, that was hairy. Tell me about it. We barely made it through with the skin on my teeth. You have skin on your teeth? Can't say I'm crazy about the prosecutor, Shamoody Dee. You know, with the way he says, let it go and move on as if it's nothing. Let it go and move on, huh? Oh boy, am I interrupting a secret conclave of villains or something? Who let you in here? Got your next evil scheme in the works already? What do you want? Keep making that face, champ, and everyone's gonna change the channel. Look this way, Trucy. Now smile for the camera. Let's see those pearly whites. Isn't that what the Gamma Ray Creed tells you to do? How does it feel, Trucy? Everyone online can't stop talking about you. Who let this fucking idiot in here? They're calling you a real witch out there. Could this be the end of Troop Gamma Ray? Go away, you creep! Oh, what's this? Something just charging into the frame. Looks like a yellow gorilla or something. Could it be Trucy's pet? Filming is prohibited inside the courthouse. Do you want to get the bail? You want to get the bailiff? Huh? Filming? What are you talking about? I don't even have a camera on me. What happened to the camera? Just disappeared right before our eyes. Tackle him to the ground and fucking break his neck on that table. Chronos. I'm just saying. I'll be enjoying the rest of Truce's show from the gallery. I'll put out a call for Truce's fan to come and support earlier, by the way. Bet I'll get some great footage out of them. It's gotta be good. Hang this, baby. Called in some Trucy's fans? But for what purpose? Apollo? I think Mr. Reten's just dead. That was some high-level sleight of hand. Huh? Why would he know how to do something like that? I don't know. He definitely has some serious magic skills.
No way. But I thought he said magicians were all a bunch of good-for-nothings. Clearly. Mr. Lawyer. Oh, hello, Bonnie. Can I help you with something?
Oh, well, there's something that's been bothering me.
Really? What is it?
Well, you see...
Hey, you dummy! What are you whispering to the lobster boy for about?
Betty...
Who the heck do you think you are? Are you crazy? You want a piece of this? You know you have to talk to me before you do or say anything, you harebrain!
Jesus Christ.
Shut your mouth, you dumb bunny! Come with me now!
I wonder what was bothering her. Probably that someone died due to a prank.
There's no way we're finding out with Betty constantly hovering over like that.
Board is now about to reconvene. Will you be alright testifying?
Yeah, it's just... I wonder what Mr. Tens has up his sleeve.
A camera?
I doubt he's bringing in actual fans.
Yeah, probably not. Wonder what has up his sleeve, too. You better not be trying to get under Trucy's skin right now, of all times. You're Trucy Wright, and you'll be fine!
Oh. And you get the Paul with his best trick, shouting.
That's right. Whenever I'm feeling down, I always tell myself I'm fine. Even when I'm crying in my bathtub in the fetal position.
Alright, I'll give it a try. I'm Trucy Wright and I'm fine. Thanks, Polly. I can do it now.
Atta girl. Good luck up there on the stand. You'll do great.
Thanks. I'll be fine. I can do this.
Alright, Justice. You can do this too, probably. Time to focus on the rest of the trial. I was actually expecting a save screen. Can I save here? Yes. That is it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I will see you all next time. Have a great day. Bye.